Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you my kind of everyday makeup routine. This is something that I can do really quickly. It takes me about 10 minutes to finish. All right, so let's get right into it. All I have on my face right now is my SPF moisturizer, my Vanny cream, and a little lip balm. I just skip a primer on most days. I do not wear a primer. I don't feel like I really need to because honestly, what's the point? Because I'm not going anywhere special. I'm just living my everyday life. And then now I'm doing my foundation. Just a couple pumps, nothing crazy. I'm not gonna build it up. And this is the Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. I'm in the shade 575. I really like this foundation too when you are trying to save a little time because it's just really easy to blend because it is more on the lighter coverage side. It is easy to work with. You can't really mess it up. And I just do an even layer with my foundation brush. If you want to go even faster, you could use a beauty blender, but we know that this is not cheap, so I don't want my sponge to absorb most of the product. We're gonna go in with the Natasha Denona concealer. I don't put a lot on an everyday basis, just a few dots because it is extremely high coverage. You don't need a lot. And to save time, I'm just gonna take that same foundation brush and blend that in. Now, if you want a more concentrated, high coverage finish on your concealer, then you'd wanna use a concealer brush. And I think I am going to use that under my eyes, since that's where I want most of the coverage. But everywhere else, you can just use a large brush, make it you can see the difference in the coverage when you switch the size of your brush. Now I am going to go over that with my foundation brush just to blend it out even more, since you can clearly see some harsh lines here. Right, and now I'm going to go in with a cream bronzer just around the perimeter of my face. This is the Too Faced Stick Bronzer. What's it actually called? The Melting Bronzing and Sculpting Stick. I have the shade Chocolate Souffle. It's like one of their in-between shades. I love this bronzer. It blends really easily. All right, now we're gonna set that with a little bit of the Huda Beauty powder. I use the shade Banana Bread, and again, to save time, I'm just gonna use this powder brush. You can use a puff, but I find it just much quicker to go in and out with a brush. I'm just setting everywhere that I have foundation or concealer. Now I'm gonna go in with a powder bronzer. I'm gonna use NARS Laguna in the shade 2 Original. Don't need a lot here, just a little dusting. Now I'm gonna take a little eyeshadow brush, take that same bronzer, and just blend that in my crease. I'm not gonna put any additional eyeshadow colors, just a little bit of bronzer in the crease is great for every day. I'm gonna do a little bit of liquid blush. This is the Rare Beauty blush in the shade Happy. And I'm gonna go on top of that with this Milani blush in the shade Petal Primavera. So I'm just adding a little bit of highlighter to my nose and my cheekbones using the L'Oreal Infallible highlighter, which I've really been loving. And I'm gonna give that a little spray of Milani Make It Last Original. Now all I have left to do are my brows and mascara, and then I'm done. For my brows, I'm gonna use the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Boost and Set in the shade Dark Brunette. I like this when I wanna save time because it's one of those products that has little fibers in it, so it'll give you pigment and hold in one product. And it has this tiny little brush. Usually that's what kind of deters me from these tints, is the brush is usually, in my opinion, way too big to have a lot of control, but this one has a really reasonably sized brush. I'm just following my natural brow shape, just swiping this through, nothing crazy. It's a really user-friendly product if you are not very confident in doing your brows. This one's great. Next, I'm going to just swipe on some mascara. And this is the Hourglass Tubing Mascara. I used to think that mascara was one of the areas where you could definitely save and go with drugstore. However, this mascara has changed my mindset. If I use any other mascara other than this, I'll do it to try it out, but I always come back to this one. It is so good. My favorite part about it is how easily it comes off when I want it to, but it does not throughout the day when I need it to stay put. I've tried other tubing mascaras and again, always come back to this one. So this is it. The last thing I'm gonna do is add a little bit of a one and done lip product. This is the Tarte Juicy Lip in the shade Rose. I love this because you can just swipe it on and it gives you a little bit of color, but not too much, and it's not sticky, but it still has a glossy finish. I've really been loving these, and that is it. This is what I do most days when I'm just having a normal day and want to look put together, but I don't have a ton of time to spend on my makeup. This comes together in about 10 minutes. I just throw it on, run a little thermal brush through my hair, and I'm ready to go. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe and let me know if you tried out this routine and how it went for you.